Well, good.
And that's okay because most people blush. I have that gift.
You have that gift, the gift of blush. Yeah.
Yes.
Me too. Like I'm excited. I haven't done like podcasts in a while where I have actually been interviewed. So this is really kind of awesome. So yeah, I'm like this is my I'm like a virgin, and now you're like popping my cherry. Yes.
And I tell people that all the time when it's their first time being a guest on the show. I'm like, I'm about to pop your cherry.
Oh my God, that's so aggressive. Oh, it is, but I like it. It's like so like yeah.
And that's what we're here for.
Maybe like break the ice just so. I'm about to
just like
bust
that. I'm just going to pop your cherry.
All right.
And that's how we're going to start the show. So welcome to Pandagasms. Do you see AV?
We didn't mean to.
AV is fed up already. Welcome to Pandagasms, you guys. I am your hyper hostess, Panda. Whoop, 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 woo. And I finally, guys, got the CEO/owner of Sparkfm, our new home. Danielle Hot Sauce. Hi, honey. Finally, you are here.
I'm here.
Let's talk, honey, because you know that's the hashtag.
I know. Let's talk. Let's talk, honey. All right, let's talk.
Let's talk about it. Who is Danielle Hot Sauce?
You know, I used to have a really great answer for that. But then I found that as I'm growing into this role that I'm in, like, I actually am still trying to, I'm not trying to figure it out. I'm trying to really define it now. Like, it's very hard coming from a person who built their personal brand based on being a personality and then working yourself into now this professional brand and trying to separate the two. So it's very hard to answer that question.
I can wholeheartedly understand that. Definitely understand that altogether because
I don't know what to do with my feet.
Let the feet just hang and swiggle. Sometimes I'm trying to figure that out. Okay, you want to play footsie so it don't look too. Yeah. You want to play footsie?
Then it might get kind of weird.
No, it won't.
That's true.
It won't get weird. AV says it would get weird, so we're not going to do the footsies thing.
Yes,
all right,
fine.
But yes, I definitely understand how that can be a tough question as you're transitioning. I feel like it's like a butterfly phase.
Yeah, like
you're in your what is it called when the caterpillar goes into the cocoon? That phase.
The growth.
Yes, the growing phases of the caterpillar from the caterpillar to the butterfly.
Cocoon and all of this good things.
So I get all that.
Yeah.
So you started off with Henny and Hot Wings.
I did.
Let's start there. Yeah. How was that? How did it start? Where did Henny and Hot Wings come from?
Henny and Hot Wings came from a need for me to sit down with people and just like talk. At the time, me and my best friend then decided that I decided, and I was like, well, you're going to come with me and do it. Duh. We have the best conversation, so let's do it. And some kids named Henny and Hot Wings, like my interns from Girls Radio, because that's where it started back in 2015. And I was like, I'm trying to name my podcast. And they were like, what do you like? And I was like, Hennessy and like chicken wings. And a girl was like, Hennessy and Hot Wings. And I was like,
you might be all right, something, young lady.
There we go. Like, and it just kind of stuck. It was provocative. It was, what is it? It was, what do you guys talk about? So it was a conversation starter in itself. And at that point, nobody can argue with Henny and Hot Wings. Like, that's a good, fucked up, great time. You know, I love it. Can we swear here?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
AV does a great job with editing. He's fantastic.
We'll edit a lot of this out because
he's fantastic.
So yeah, it came from a need to just kind of connect with people and fellowship and bond and like just kind of talk about things. And at that time, there was only two podcasts in Boston. It's always debatable who started first, but it was like Henny and Hot Wings, It Slit Boston, and BNF podcasts. Like, that was the first wave of like podcasts that everybody was looking for. And I used to be shook like they're better than me. Damn. But we had our own lane. So, you know, like that's where it started for me, always kind of striving for more.
Listen, I'm one of those people always striving for more as well. So I get that too. I'm like, this ain't enough.
Exactly. I could go bigger.
I could go bigger. I could go a little harder. Let me push this button and see what I can do.
Violence.
Yep. Absolutely get that.
Yeah.
All right. So how long did Henny and Hot Wings last?
It lasted for 6 years.
Ooh.
It lasted and it transitioned, I guess. It went from a podcast to what I wanted to be, you know, a radio show. And then when I was like, oh, radio show, let's just do a radio station. Okay.
That was the more.
Yeah, that was the more. Like, okay, we can do this radio show. It was cute, but it wasn't really giving. And then I started in my house. Well, I started at Girls Radio, borrowing equipment because it was a radio station so I can use it for free. And then I moved it to my house in my living room. And that's why I would bring a lot of strangers into my home. And we would talk about things. Then they would leave. And then
this sounds also familiar.
Okay. So then after that we were like, okay, let's launch this radio station if I'm gonna do that. Did that, and we ended up in, you know, like a room where we made into a radio station. It was lit. It was great. And then we were like, oh, let's go bigger. Let's go bigger. Might have went a little bit too big, but you know, like we're bigger now. And with big things come big problems. Mm-hmm. Pressure does bust pipes.
I absolutely understand that as well.
Yes. So, that's where we're at.
So wait. Now, okay. The pressure busting pipes. I just want to lead with this, that I am not trying to shake the table.
But you can shake it.
And if people take it that way, then so be it.
Just shake it.
Because perspective is key. However, I would like to lead with, I am not trying to shake the table. I'm just asking questions.
Yes.
Here. Clarifying questions for understanding. Okay. Ooh, child. All right. So you evolved and grew into this wonderful radio station. And with the radio station, and like you said, with growth comes bigger problems. With that, do you want to dive into the bigger problems that come with growing in the business?
Yeah.
And how you explained in the beginning, having that balance of being professional and all of that.
Yeah.
So let's dive into that.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So, it's a fine line. It's a fine line between pretending that you're someone else and being someone else. I can't really imagine myself being someone other than who I know, and that's me. And I feel like I'm able to switch from professional to personal when I need to. My personal stuff, if I'm writing things or if I'm speaking of things under my name, that's me. If I wrote it under Sparkfm, then I would be accountable for someone or something. But when you are self-made through the good things you do and the help that you receive, I'm not worried about people who are not helping me.
Right.
You know, so if there's a more specific question, you can ask that. But yeah.
I won't get too specific just yet.
Okay.
Just yet. Because I know you have your hands in a lot of pots right now. You're doing, you have this wonderful media center. Mm-hmm. You're also trying to keep Boston Carnival alive.
Mm-hmm. Save Boston Carnival.
Save Boston Carnival. And we're going to dive into that because you're a big platform with that. What else did we? And of course, with the media center, there's a lot of promotion that you do. And when you say that you when you comment under Danielle, that's you being you. Yeah. And you like to ask a lot of questions.
I do. I love questions.
Love questions.
I love questions.
And at times the questions can be perceived in different ways as more than just questions for clarification.
Yeah.
And then this is where we have that fine line. So first let's start off with the promoting. And Yeah, let's start off with the promoting and your wonderful questions that you like to ask from Danielle Johnson.
Yeah.
You recently asked a question about promoting events and how events, in Boston are starting to become a little bit costly. Well, a lot of bit costly from my perspective. And there was a recent event that took place at Unity that cost $100.
Yes.
And this one question trickled
a big explosion of foolishness.
explosion.
Yes.
I took it as a question of curiosity because I wondered the same things too.
Yeah.
And it,
I think 95% of people wanted to know the same thing. And that's how I usually get in trouble, because a lot of people say, I'm just a person that just say what everybody else is thinking. I actually am that person. Like, I will never, because I'm educated and because I'm strategic in what I do, I'm always, and because I'm an asshole, I'm very, very funny. I'm hilarious. I'm probably most funniest person I know. And if you were to sit and speak to me, you can almost read my statuses in my voice. That could be abrasive to someone. That could be funny to other people. That can be, harsh to other people. Like, who possibly can cater to everyone?
no one.
But I'm going to cater to my 95% fan base, the people who are DMing me, because I do have DMs and I do have receipts, asking me to speak up about something or commending me to speak up about something. So I like to pose things in a question because I don't want to be accusatory, but there is statements and questions. A question I asked was, why are you, to the consumer, why are you paying $100? Now, granted, what I heard is that there was a lot of tickets that were less than $100. Fine.
Right.
I don't care if you charge $1 million. To the consumer, because that's who I'm asking. I'm not asking the promoter. That's a business. He's doing a business, providing a service. Supply and demand. Do what you want to do. To the consumer, why would you entertain that? And why would you pay that when you're not even you can't, why are you paying that? What's in there?
For $100.
For $100.
Because I was curious too when I found out
Yes.
the price at the door as
And
well.
if I go in there on a different night, I'll pay $5. So what's in there tonight at $100 that's actually beneficial to me, other than satisfying a curiosity of saying, I seen an artist. Okay, that same artist was here less than a year ago at a better venue, at a bigger show, at a more promoted event. And I believe that those, people actually kind of cater to their audience. But when you are not, that, because you've basically, specifically, I was speaking about the Valiant show at Unity. And I'll get specific because I can't really continue this. I wanted to know why people were paying $100. Now, for several reasons, not because I care about what you do with your money. That's your money. We're literally in inflation. People are complaining about groceries and eggs. If you've ever complained about groceries and eggs and you've gone into a club and paid more than $50 to get in on a special occasion, then you're not really that serious about making change.
You're not struggling.
So it's really not about if I can afford it. I was in my bed. It was July 4th and I was in my bed at 12:31 a.m.
So can I answer that question as a consumer?
Yes, as a consumer.
So as a consumer and someone who loves to fet, the only way I'm spending $100 if it's all inclusive.
Same.
It has to be all inclusive.
Same.
If I'm spending $100, I need food and drinks included.
And that's the question I ask. If you're not even going to get a free bucket of chicken wings, a happy hour with shots that we're doing, it's not enough to satisfy my curiosity, not my care, my curiosity. Because as a journalist, media executive, personality, host, MC, consumer, I want to know what's in there that's worth your $100. You could spend that $100 on your nails that will last 3 weeks, not a 15-minute hosting performance or whatever it is. And I just don't get it. And I was just curious. I didn't care. I was curious.
Right. I'm curious too.
Yeah.
But Do you think it's a generational thing? Like, because the generation we're from, we're used to having parties make sense for the dollar value?
And I still don't understand why that's not, even if it's a generational thing. I think that in this generation especially, they are so smart and so educated that they should be a little bit more sensible with their finances. They are also very entitled. But I also just feel like they're just, like they're caught up in the hype. It's a hype world that we're living in. Social media is lit, going viral is lit. Like, you can see somebody get licked down in the street, and before they go ask if the person is okay, they're taking out their camera to post it so that they can send it to one of these situations or whatever. And I do think that with so much information at their fingertips, I think it's not worth it. A lot of people even like to compare, what happened was like, if you travel more, then you would be paying more for events. Like, if we go to Miami or something, those things are like $150.
Right, but
they're
also all
inclusive.
Day, and it's all
day.
Yeah.
They give you a cup, maybe a fan, maybe there's a champagne wall.
And food. And
maybe there's decoration.
The whole time.
Yes. Maybe there's decoration, and maybe there are, a massage station for a couple of minutes. Like, you're getting more for your buck.
Yeah.
And I want to really understand, as somebody who advocates for building Black wealth and building generational, wealth and financial freedom and stuff, I'm curious to know what is in that door that even not even the owner, but, the son of the ownership, well, it's legacy handed down, like, you're making jokes about people like my mother saying that when she used to go to Unity, it was the same walls, it was the same everything. We're in a grant society. It's a nonprofit, you can get money
to fix
money to fix legacy business and cultural places and spaces. It is a social, Unity, Caribbean Social Club, it's something that's community based. So when you are charging $100 at the door, whatever, regardless of what excuse you're making about it, you have to make sure that whatever's on the other side of that, at least people can see where my money is going.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, they decorated. Oh shoot, they put AC. Oh shoot, they put an activation somewhere so I could take a little photo or something like that. They made it, different than when I pay $5. So what stemmed from that was a backlash of people. Let me tell you what pissed me off. It was the people that surrounded this situation, other business owners, other consumers, other promoters that were almost encouraging it and making it seem like what was happening was okay.
Right.
You made it seem like it was about money. It's not about money. It's literally about a mindset. And I sound like a fucking hotep right now when I'm talking about the mindset of Black people. Like, stop allowing people to take your money and you receive nothing back from it.
You work too hard for it.
Yes. Like, if I'm going to ask, I started Spark FM with a Kickstarter, which is a crowdfunding. I asked this community that kept on, asking for a radio station, WILD. We remember the days that we had a station to go to and we had something professional. And at the time we had other radio stations like Big City, and we had B87. When I started on B87 and I went to Big City. And in each of those things, I equally contributed to what I wanted to see. Mm-hmm. I started off hosting there for $50 at Club Pearl downtown. I remember what I wore for $50. I felt so great because I was on a flyer for the first time. And people don't understand that I literally had to work from $50 to now where I can charge $1,000 to host. So when people ask me to host, no, I can't. I can't host. I did that already. Can you do my red carpet? No, I can't. I did that already. I'm tired because I'm too busy writing grants. I'm too busy trying to help my community actually. Mm-hmm. Like, when they gave me that money, I spent the money they gave me to make something that they asked for. And even in that room, that 700 square foot room that we had, I built something that was dope, that when you walked into it, you were proud of where your money went to help. You helped build this place. So if I'm paying $100, at the end of this night, when you make all this money, are you going to fix the bathrooms? Are you going to make sure there's toilet paper in there? Can the air machine in the bathroom work? Now, I don't know if these things work because I don't go there.
Me neither.
If I go there, it's for a town hall meeting or for community meeting or for something that has to do with helping the community. So when I see these things go viral and people start disrespecting me and people keep quiet about, things like that, like check it, stop it in the butt. Feel like, bro, don't talk to her like that because she does more for this community in 5 years or 15 years that I've been in this game. 15 years I've been building this. People think Spark FM is 5 years old. I most likely had this vision when I started in 2009 doing radio. And I didn't know what it was supposed to be because I did do radio then. Mm-hmm. I carried my little case of CDs and shit. I invited my friends to interview them. I paid $65 every time I went into that studio every day. It's another thing we'll touch on. But when people question or people allow other people to disrespect what I've built and what I've done, that's what hurts me, not the virality, or it's people that be like, oh, somebody who got a radio station shouldn't be disrespectful. What did I say? What part was disrespectful? You're disrespecting yourself by paying $100 to get into somewhere where you paid $5 last week. That's crazy. That's fucked up. If the community wants that, so be it. I won't say anything, but it happens with all these events. We sit there and we bitch and we cry about all the things we want, all the things that we get. And when somebody talks up and wants to do something for it, then it's a problem. It's a problem.
Yeah.
Because I don't like the way you said it. You said it effectively and it did things, but I don't like that you said it like that. So now it's a problem. Mm-hmm. And that's why they hate me for Carnival too. Because for many years, we've talked about this. Every year, it's the same conversation. I don't mean to keep on.
No, because this was one of our topics anyway, Boston Carnival. So you took us right into you segued right into it.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I'm a professional. I'm a fucking professional.
Real quick, before we dive into going into Boston Carnival and the politics behind that, let's go back to the promotions of events in the city of Boston. And once again, I love to be outside. I got FOMO like crazy. However, I refuse to come out now because of the lack of thereof in these events.
Yeah.
You probably hear the same 10 songs in rotation when soca has been out for so many years, mm-hmm. and they're playing the same 10 songs that are hit. There's so many Caribbean islands that have soca music and they're paying just soca from Trinidad and Barbados. No disrespect to those islands, but there's a lot of soca.
Yeah.
So why we hearing, 9 times out of 10, you know what the DJ is about to play. Mm-hmm. And that's sad.
Every time.
Yep. And that's sad. And as a paying consumer, I don't want that.
Yep.
A lot of times I feel like the DJs are playing for themselves. And I feel like a lot of times these promoters, they are starting to shortchange us for what they are giving us. Back in the day when we paid $70 for something, we did have tangible items. We had backpacks, we had cups, we had straws, we had a hat, we had a monkey next. We had something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like now with the way the economy is going and inflation, as you mentioned, if the event price is going to go up, you have to give me more. You can't give me less.
Yes.
You can't give me less.
Yes.
The sound system, if I'm in the back of the event, I should know that there is an artist on your stage, no matter where I am in this event. Your sound system should project to the back. So if I'm spending this amount of money, can I at least hear the music?
Yeah.
In the back? I mean, just the bare minimum.
And you're asking a question. You're not
bare minimum.
You're not saying,
bare minimum.
You stole my money and you doing this and you a dog and you ain't and you bad mind. I just want to know, why is the price going up and I'm getting less? That's all I want to know.
Valid question.
I don't care if you take it. Hit dogs will holler.
It's a valid question.
It's a valid question. Maybe the way that maybe when you ask a straightforward question, it seems like, oh no, you could have asked it in a better way. What way? What way did you want me to ask it? Or some things I know triggers. Triggers are no shade actually means shade. I high key know that no shade actually means shade, but I'm not really being shady, but I do want to disclaimer that there's no shade, but the question could come off shady. So it's almost like
it's that thin line.
Yeah.
It's definitely that thin line, and it's definitely perspective on the person that's receiving it.
Yeah.
Because again, people are going to take what you say how they want to take it.
Like, I'll address another promoter situation.
Quick question. Quick pause. AV has something to say.
All right. So let me start off by saying that, like, I'm biased in this situation. If you know, you know. So whatever. I'm going to try to do our due diligence as journalists, to ask the right questions. And looking at the backlash, right? You addressed it, but I really want you to really address it. I feel like you knew that reaction was a possibility when you posted that, right? Yes. With that being said, honestly, do you think, would you have done it a little bit different if you could have kind of avoided some of this backlash?
I wouldn't have said anything. So that's the honest truth. I wouldn't have said anything about it. But, and I thought about it before I actually posted it. Because I know this is where it gets confusing too. I don't fully understand my influence, but I know what it is. Does that make sense? I don't fully understand. Like, you could be, let me compare myself to Donald Trump. I'm gonna compare. Like, Donald Trump doesn't fully understand who he is. He is the president of the United States of America. And there's a certain influence that comes with that. So you've got to be careful how you influence that, right? How I compare it to myself. And I don't think that Donald Trump is aware. Like, he knows he has influence, but I don't think he understands the severity of his influence. And I'll put that with me. I'm not the president of the United States. I'm not that big. But when it comes to what I do and who I am and what I've built and the legacy that I'm making and the history that I've made, I don't fully understand my role as a community leader. I don't fully understand it. I see it in what I do say, how it does get reactions, how it is views. I count the views, I see them, I look at my analytics. Sometimes I do things, like I'll be like, what are you having for dinner? Because that's a quick question that everybody will answer. But when you answer these things, it's risky because it's like, I could not say anything and just stay out of it, or I could continue to ask questions. I continue to be the change that I actually want to see. Why be quiet about it when I can just ask a question? I never fully understand when I say how the influence goes. I never fully understand the backlash and where it goes, like how it stretches and how it morphs and how it got from this to this over here, where I'm being subbed and random chicks are writing me paragraphs of information and I've got to block them because who the fuck are you talking to? And I don't understand that venom and when they attack Spark FM. Because literally Spark FM is so innocent that all it does is help to a deficit almost. Like, I have literally given up everything. Like, I want to be one of those people that don't give shit. You have to edit all of that out. Beep, 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 beep.
So we are also on live too, so they got a full mouth of that, but that's okay.
Beep, boop, beep. I'm gonna be radio. I want to be one of those people that don't care. I really want to be one of those people that don't care, and I don't care what you say and all the things, but I do for several different reasons, because if I didn't care, I wouldn't have done this. If I didn't care, I wouldn't have went into complete debt where I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to keep the doors open for more months because I have schools and colleges and high schools and elementary schools booking visits to come visit the radio station in Boston on Blue Hill Ave. How am I going to keep the damn doors open for the children that are coming in here and you guys see them because I document this so you can understand that when you support me, you're supporting these children and these youth and these young people. I have 11 interns right now on break from college that are dedicating their time to come in here and help me build this and help me work this. And they're in here early from 9 and they leave at 2 and they're sitting in meetings and they're taking notes and they're reaching out to businesses and stuff. And I'm giving them opportunity so that they're not on the street. And if you have kids out there that need an opportunity and they can work or create content or, need some AC and can sweep the floors at the same time, you're not going to be in here sucking up this AC for free. You're going to do some work. But I can't do that if y'all don't support it. And I'm talking about the actual community, not these people that I don't know, but the people who giggle and the people who laugh with an emoji when this guy is disrespectful, when this guy who is relevant on a Friday night between the hours of 10 and 2 in one spot, like in the corner of the Dorchester. Like other than that, irrelevancy, you guys, this social media shit and this God complex and this, I don't even know what it is. It's not giving what you think it's giving. It's actually making you look crazy.
Quick question. Not quick question, but sorry to cut you off. Did you finish that thought?
I did, because I be rambling when I get upset. So cut it off whenever you want to.
Just to go back to how you like to do things for the community. Me, myself, as a business owner, I love doing things for the community as well. But what I've also learned in this journey is that in order to be successful in your entrepreneurship, you have to leave home. You have to leave home. And a lot of times, a lot of us want to give back to our community because we know the struggles of our community. We know what we need because we're from the community. They say they want these things, and then when they have it, they really don't want it. They don't. They say they want the resources and it'll be right there in front of their faces for them to use it, and they don't really want it.
Just to even pause, we did a 3-week series here to teach people how to start and build a business. Now, not everybody's an entrepreneur, good Lord.
It's hard.
But if you want to learn how, free, you come here, we fed you for free, you drank for free, you got information for free. For free. Of how to build a table. Not how to allow someone to take off your table, but go ahead.
Right. But that is something I've definitely learned on this journey. And I've also learned with that, you can't take it personal. It's easier said than done because I care too much too. And that was something I also had to learn on the journey of business. You have to remove your feelings. You can't have feelings in business. It sucks. Yeah. Or you have to have better discernment on where you can have the feelings. Who is worth the feelings? And, in the beginning, for a person like me, I'd be like, oh, everybody deserves to be cared for. Everybody deserves. No, they don't. Yeah. They might deserve it, but just not from you.
Yeah. And
that's what I've learned on this journey. A lot of times, as much as you want to give back to the people who you think deserve it because they're asking for it, yeah, you just can't help everybody. Yeah. You can't.
That's one of the hardest lessons I've learned.
It is. It's hard. It's so hard. So hard. And I mean that. And then this journey where you're learning that you start to feel betrayed because the people who said that were going to be there for you don't be there for you, or they're there for you how they think they should be there for you, not how you would like for them to be there for you. And they know what you need. And they tell you they're going to give you your needs the way you want it, and then they still don't. So, I've also learned in this journey, sometimes you have to remember that this is yours. Nobody's going to take care of it like you are. Because there's been a lot of times where I wanted to throw in the towel, and people have been like, this is yours. This is yours. So the ones who you are motivating and inspiring, focus on that. because it's definitely not going to be the people from home. Not all the time. Sometimes you are going to have those people that are like,
and I have a lot of those. Like
started from the bottom.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. There's going to be
some of those people that are always going to ride for you 100 the way you need them to. Just focus on that. There's always going to be the naysayers because a lot of people do not understand the structure of business. They do not understand the structure of Facebook ain't a safe space. Social media ain't a safe space for entrepreneurs to be transparent. It's not. Get a therapist. I'm so serious, and especially with the way the economy is going with health insurance. Find your therapist that's going to understand that you might have some struggles, and they're going to still work with you, because social media is not a safe space for entrepreneurs to be transparent unless it is a group of entrepreneurs and people have the same understanding as you.
I hear you.
So I'm going to need you.
However.
No, don't however be.
Oh, it's always. Go ahead.
Before y'all get to the next topic.
Before we go there.
I was just looking at the live. Venomously Me, shout out. She had a comment that I think is relevant to what both of you guys said. She said all promoters, but this can go to all business people. But all business people have influence. She said that Sassy Pants has as much accountability as Hot Sauce does. As he stated, his cult is for his nonsense. What she started was common sense. What she stated was common sense.
And that's another thing, like that cult language too. Like that was very kind of weird to me too, because I'm like, we're watching what's going on in the world. Well, some of us are, and that's generational too, right? We're watching things that are going on, and when you guys are culting up for a party cult, like it is very...
Yeah,
it's very disturbing.
It was.
It's very disturbing. But
hey, if people want to be a part of a cult, we have to just let them.
And that's
their
fine.
thing.
And on to what you were saying too. Like I posted a meme the other day where it's like I'm so disgustingly self-aware that anything that someone says to me, most likely I've heard it. So I've heard this from 15 years ago. I've heard that 15 years ago. You gotta. Shout out to Rob Badgett. He said, you got to protect your energy. And I remember that on Henny and Hot Wings in the room. He was like, you got to protect your energy. And I have struggled with that. When they say it's easier said than done, I have struggled with that because a couple of reasons. I'm a conversation starter. Let's be super honest here. I'm on social media all day. It's a part of my job. What helps keep growing the brand. It helps what grows my brand, keeps me relevant. And let me circle back. When you said sometimes you have to go outside. For me, I take that in a different way. I used to think that the community was going to be the one that supported me the most and helped me to grow this.
Me too.
It's not outside, like a different state or city. It's really kind of focusing on larger sponsors and larger brands that I can give back to the community that needs it in a better way without stressing myself. I'm always leaving the door open to the smaller business or to the events and stuff like that. But it doesn't really put the money on my table. And not saying that it's not worth it. It's consistent money. It's good money. It's good revenue. But I want them to understand the reason why they are supporting this business, like how the bigger brands do. They understand the influence and the engagement and the culture that we built here. And then with, choosing your piece, I choose to write what I write because I know how it's going to go. I could be a lot more crazy. I have a lot of crazy things to say.
I don't think you should.
I'm not. And that's why I do. I literally censor what you see online is the censored version of what I wrote. The other day I wrote, some people need to be spit on.
Jesus. Can I say something about that? I wanted to comment on that status and say, honey, please take this down. But when I saw it, it was already up for 2 hours. And I was like, it's not going to be no point to saying that. It's no point. 2 hours later, people done screenshotted if they felt like it. I'm like, but you know what? I'm pretty sure she knows what she's doing.
But question, why would you tell me to take it down?
So I do not like to see people crash out on social media, whoever they are.
Yeah.
I absolutely understand crash outs. I have my crash out on Pandagasms. But I definitely think crash out should be done in safe spaces. I do not like to see anybody crash out. That's one. 2, you're my cousin. 3, you are a black woman. And I don't like to see the stones being thrown at you. I see how hard you work for you, baby. I get it. And yes, although you may feel that way, as an entrepreneur, some things we can't say online.
Like, why not?
Because then it's going to be held against us and people will not want to work with us.
Like how? Who wouldn't want to work? The people who are already not working with us?
This is true.
So
this
that's
is true.
So that's
then
why when I say I very much self-analyze,
the people that don't work with us already.
The people who are threatening to not work with me,
however,
are people that don't work with me.
It could rub a future potential customer the wrong way, possibly.
It won't.
You don't think so?
Nope.
No?
I don't.
Okay.
I hear, and I do want to be very, very clear. I hear and I receive, and I agree. I do agree. But something that I do struggle with, and you're not the only person, again, many people, like you, I don't know what it is. You know, like I posted a meme today, like,
so
you know, and I respect everybody that says that and whatever. But if me writing what you're thinking, because there was a lot of people that agreed with it, a lot of people that applauded it.
Listen, I'm not saying I didn't agree with it.
That could be my peanut gallery.
I didn't agree with it.
You know, like I think that many people could be like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, some people do need to, some people do need to. And given where I was, if that constitutes a crash out, then I want to know how people feel about a real crash out, because it happened very much behind the scenes. Like I crashed out. I crashed out because I felt in that perspective, not the spit part, but when I asked the question about why people are spending these money, it didn't deserve it. It didn't deserve that. So then for me is, what can I write? And who's going to edit everything that I want to say before I say it?
Right.
Like what's a good one that I can write? What questions can I ask? Because I can ask a question and Javi's like, yo, that's lit. And you're like, you should take that down. So what question do I ask?
Listen, I'm very
so that's what I'm saying.
fine-tuned on what I see on social media.
I'm like a lot of people are not on social media as much as I am. And I'm not saying that I'm right. And I'm not saying I always know what I'm right. But what lines do you draw? What lines get to be drawn for you? Like, how much do you change yourself to be accepted to everyone all the time before you actually forget? Like you started off the question, like, who's hot sauce? If I can't write
then it wouldn't be you.
My thoughts, then who am I then?
Right.
Hot sauce, you don't go out no more, because I don't. Hot sauce, you're never online. I miss your statuses. You used to always make me laugh. I'm not sure what I can write. I'm not sure what's gonna make you laugh or what has got you through something, because you wanted me to take it down and somebody was like, yo, I've been trying to say that for a long time. Kudos to you. So like,
only as a business owner.
That's why I wanted you to take it down. I'm a business owner though. That's like either then I should get rid of my business, or should I?
No, absolutely not.
So because I have a business, I have to change myself.
Not change yourself, just don't say certain things online.
Okay, so I can't say I can spit on you, but can I talk about what actually went viral? Because what I went viral was okay. Confused.
I understand the confusion, and this is why I just don't do anything on social media, honestly.
Yeah. And see, that's what I'm saying. I like social media. I'm on there. I'm addicted to it. So for me to be on social media, like you guys should see how I cut up on Instagram. Like on Instagram, especially I go down MAGA road so that I can get my life together. Like I go in.
I personally love it. I just don't like the backlash you get.
Spark FM got to take its licks too. The people that I work with and the people that I help and the people that, like you said, the people that I need to focus on, the people who have supported me and the people that continue to keep this place going are the people that I'm catering to. And they understand who they're investing in.
Right.
I have done national documentaries. I've done national features and podcasts and news radio channels and all of these things. You think they're on Facebook looking at that? It could come back to haunt me. It definitely 100% can. But at this point, like, I wrote this. I built this. The walls were not closed. And these same people that are threatening me and coming after my business because they might not do business with me, these same people are going to offer me $350 to promote their event for 2 months. You don't want to work with me? Cool, because you know how much paperwork I have to do to get that commercial ran through? Like, I do need to chill. I do understand that sometimes, because sometimes I am a little bit of shock jock, but whatever. I've made Boston most influential 2 years in a row, 2023 and 2024. I've never changed. I'm not saying that I can't, because again, as I grow into this role, I've got to figure it out. I've got to figure it out.
It all. I love outspoken women.
I definitely got to figure it out. But
I'm gonna let her speak.
You're not going to govern what I say, and you're not going to whatever. And I got to take the backlash. I got to have a tough enough skin. But I'm sensitive. I'm a girl. I have real emotions, so I do get upset. Give me 5 business days. I forgot you exist. You're dead to me. Let's move on. What's up next? We doing an HBO special? Like, what are we doing? Like, I don't like to talk like that, and I don't like to do that, but I think people need to, it's famous line, put some respect on my name. I know what I'm doing. The spit one, okay, fine, okay. I'll take that. But again, I'm not going to sit here and wonder, I wonder what Javi feels about this, or I wonder what Panda feels about this. Oh, no. You know, Jonathan might not like this. I'm asking a question. Sometimes the other day I asked another question about an event, and I was like, I'm definitely going to get in trouble for this one. Oh, I'm going to get in trouble for this one. Do you know the promoter hit me up? And this is a promoter that often doesn't like me because of what I said. And he said, thank you for saying what you said. Sometimes that's what I want to say, but I can't. So thank you. What? What? You? Hello? Good evening. You sure? He was like, if I sat down, like, it was a genuine, like, and I like this dude. Like, he's one of my friends. And I do respect him. But sometimes you can't be above reproach. Just like I can sit here and listen to people say you need to chill out, you need to calm down, or, you know, like maybe you can't do it like that, whatever. But, you know, like if my little crash out on Facebook makes you forget that I just hosted, you know, a 3-part series of how to build your business and one on marketing and what you can say and what you can't say, then, you know, like, just go to these things and learn on your own. Figure it out for yourself. I can't tell you everything to do. I can't tell you to like me or not gonna like me. People already figure out when they want to like me or when they want to like. I'm mad fun. No, I'm not. I actually generally don't like people, but I'm a professional. So when I go out, I'm gonna say hi to everybody. Some people have been like, yo, I said hi to you once, you didn't say anything to me. I don't be knowing what's going on. When I'm outside, I'm looking for the nearest corner to go in, to hide from people speaking to me. People always want to talk to me about business and the club and stuff, and I'm just trying to get drunk and shake my ass. You know, and then people will take my words on Facebook and stuff like that and make it seem like I have this big influence, and oh my God, how can you say that? How can you say that? But when I get to the door of your event, you're like, oh, it's $25. After all I shared up this event and big up this event and stuff, you still at the door charging me $25? No, I don't have it. I don't have $25 or $100 because I'm broke building things. I don't have it. So put me on your comp list, or if I say something about it, get over it. Like, come on. Some of my best friends have events and I slide right into their box and be like, bro, why you keep booking him? You know, like, like what's going on?
real quick, because Amy's telling us we got to wrap this up. I just want to dive into Boston Carnival real quick. I got the head nod for approval. Oh, her eyes just shut. Her eyes just shut.
I don't got nothing to say about Boston Carnival. Let me stop.
You don't want to save it no more?
No. You know, like, it will be save Boston Carnival till it's backwards. Till we get it to where it's supposed to be. But it's not worth the fight right now.
Where would you like for it to be?
Amazing. I want it to be...
Give me your vision.
Like what we're doing with Kitty's Carnival. Come out to Kitty's Carnival August 16th, Talbot Ave, parade into Harambe Park from 11 to 6 p.m. Please come out and support the kids. What we're doing with Kitty's Carnival, shout out to Bisoka. What we're doing with Kitty's Carnival is building the brand to be able to make Boston Carnival what it's supposed to be. We have 10 full costume Kitties bands.
That is wonderful. Yes.
And more are still thinking about it and coming. We have one costume band for Adult Carnival.
I didn't even know we had that. I thought they all dropped out.
There's one. Shout out to Nelly.
Okay. What's the name of the band?
Envy Mass.
Envy Mass. Okay.
Envy Mass. So if you guys are going to support Carnival, support Nelly so that she can, you know, do what she got to do and reach her
There's
goals.
no other truck to support. So
you can get a t-shirt.
Oh, okay.
So Carnival has gone down to a t-shirt parade, you know, and
what are the t-shirt bands?
A couple. To be very honest with you, I don't know.
Okay. Because
I really don't know. Nobody even has any information what's going on. I think the meeting starts soon or something like that where all the information will start coming out or going out. But that's what I'm talking about. We want the Adult Carnival to be what it's supposed to be. People talk about what they want to change all the time, and we want to go back to the days where people used to come in the bus loads into Boston. Yeah. Nobody's even taking the bus to Talbot Ave. You know, nobody's even doing that.
I can't lie. I don't even want
There's
to go.
still a lot of people out there. You can't even knock that, but that's not what Carnival is. What is that? Like, I don't even know what that is. So it's not worth the fight right now to be fighting for something that doesn't want to change. What we can change and what we do have the ability to change is to grow the culture for the babies.
Right. Because there's nothing left for them.
Exactly. Make sure that they have mass camps to go to, that they can start building mass and they can have their little feathers and costumes and band launchings and things like that. We're going to do what we can. And that is grown. This is our third year, and that has grown, and we're really excited about it, and it's really dope because we see what we can do. We do need money from the community and support from the community to help, again, the kids. Right. It's a kiddies carnival. For the third time in 50 years or whatever number years kiddies carnival it is, it's been dead for 20 years. We brought it back. Turned it into a full parade down Talbot Ave where they can get their spectacles and the people can come watch them and support. Shut down the street, give them a full day of fun in Harambe Park with activations and bouncy houses and all kinds of stuff, and make it a kiddies carnival, something they want to go to. That's what I want for us.
Yeah.
For us. I want us to put on mask or a mud band, shout out to mud band, or whatever we have to do and go out there and be excited about our carnival the way that we are to go to Trinidad or Miami. I don't know what they're doing in New York or whatever, but you know, like Jamaica, so all of these things.
Juve is trying to do a nice little comeback too. We got some trucks for Juve.
Yeah.
We have a mud band for Juve. I'm a little sad that it wasn't Boston DJs or, you know, the original mud band doing it, but we have it.
We will promote others before we promote ourselves, thinking that adding more to it
is making it better.
Better. And what we're doing is using the quality. You know, I wish that we back to Trump. I wish that we America first, you know?
Yeah,
like
I wish that
we Boston first. Make sure that our Boston bands are good. They feel good about it. They're getting the promotion, the support, the community, everything around it. Because I know some really dope bands that are coming out, some youth bands, and I don't see anybody giving them the type of support and community that they should be getting around trying to keep this culture alive, even though they are working against their own better wishes.
Yeah.
So for me, I gotta let people, I gotta not say nothing about Carnival. You know, like that's, y'all do you guys. And when you get fed up about it, we would have built something big enough so that we can, if you want us to, we will transform adult Carnival into what it should be. We'll organize it the way that it should be, and we'll give it the kind of passion and love and the respect that it needs, the respect that it deserves, and the respect that all of us wanted to have. And everybody can eat, from promoters to DJs to event spaces to radio stations. Everybody should be eating off of Carnival.
I don't understand why we all just can't work together.
It's not as simple.
I know it's not. Trust me, I know it's not.
We've tried.
That's what I'm saying. I wish I could understand why we can't work together.
Group. We've talked to every people. We have tried to sit with the current committee. We have tried, and they have been very adamant that they don't want the help. They don't want us to help, and they don't want the help from anybody else, because as long as it's getting done, however it's getting done, then that's what that matters. So, you know, like, until people, back to the promoting, until people want more for their $100,
this is what we're gonna get.
Until people can tell me what they're getting inside there that's worth their money, their time, their energy, their resources, and their finances, until people start to actively ask that question and stop spending their money on foolishness,
it's always going to be there. Yeah.
Do what
as long as people entertain it, it's definitely always going to be there.
I'm not advocating for y'all anymore. I'm going to just do what I got to do. I'm going to take your advice. I'm going to mind my business. If I write some, I'm going to write it to my best of my ability. If it's an asshole question, I'm an asshole. But I'm all set.
Stop. Because I've known you long enough.
Name is Hot Sauce.
Listen, I've known you long enough. Both of us were pretty much raised in Carnival, right? And you're saying that you're kind of implying that you're done, but your actions show the exact opposite. No. You guys are building infrastructure, right? That we do need. You guys are working on this next generation, and that's more important than anything. That's more important than some dusty. All right, I'm showing my bias here. Whatever, some dusty Carnival, whatever. Right? This is me. This is me talking to my family.
Javi went with us out in the street during a protest and spoke to people on the street about this. So this is not opinion.
Yeah.
It's not opinion. This is documented in a documentary that we made and protested against. But, you know, like, not giving up on the Carnival, because I think that the energy wasted on trying to convince people that we need to change something, or that we need to, you know, like, we can fix this, and it might just take us kind of like, you know, putting our personal relationships aside. And checking someone and saying, you need to stop right there. So until we're ready to actually do that, then we can't actually work together, because everybody's trying to avoid the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Stop avoiding it. It's here, we can see it. Get it done. But whatever, my titties is cute today.
Miss Danielle Hot Sauce Johnson, owner and CEO of Sparkfm, Save Boston Carnival. We got Kitty's
till it's backwards.
We got Kitty's Carnival back out.
Pan on the Plaza.
We have a lot of wonderful things coming out of the Sparkfm Media Center. Mm-hmm. We have the interns. We have all these different events that are here, the space events.
Pandagasms.
We have Pandagasms. And shout out to y'all.
ThanI
know how much it takes to be consistent and to keep on putting out quality work, and having to, you know, still want to have a life and be tired, and a business owner and yoga and all kinds of stuff. It's a lot. It's a lot. And people be like, why y'all do so much? Because we want
better for the community.
Better. We want better.
We do want better.
And we're
honestly,
doing
truthfully.
it because we want better.
We do.
And it's not selfish. It's not narcissistic. It's nothing. It's like literally the opposite. Do so much for the community that you are neglecting your own self and your mental health and your feelings and everything like that. So yeah, whatever, it's a lot, but I commend you and thank you and it's an honor to have you doing the podcast in this space, in this green couch here. It's dope. She
Nettie
bought it
Boo.
for us.
Nettie Boo.
Nettie Boo, shout out to Nettie.
Shout out to Nettie Boo for the couch. And again, with that being said, for those of you who are interested in doing more things for the community here in the city of Boston, we have the Sparkfm Media Center. They have tons of resources if you would like to contribute yourself to the community. With that being said, let's try to find a way for us to all work better together. Always peace, love, and light. Finish my heart. Oh, look at that. It's always peace, love, and light from over here. Danny, thank you for having Pandagasms at Spark FM. We are going to do our best to keep these doors open.
Yes,
because we love what you are doing for the community. Mm-hmm. I love what you're doing for the community, so you're always going to have my support.
Thank you.
Come on, girlfriend. All right, y'all.